Hey, everybody, welcome to today's stream. I have with me Fred Wrangler.
What's up, NCR? How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well.
I'd be a lot better if I wasn't in Oklahoma City right now with like 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, well, could be worse. You could,
Well, that's true. I could be chilly.
yeah, you could be hanging out with Chili in the back of the squad cars after you hear him
No,
suck
no.
up cops' boots.
Oh no, I could be chilly.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's roughly the equivalent of the Hitler scene in the Adam Sandler movie Little Nicky. You know, where they every day shove the pineapple up Hitler's ass.
Oh, God. At 4 p.m., don't forget, we're shoving a pineapple up there. Although, I don't think, I think it would be worse if you had a fraudulent auditor as
Well, I think the only difference between the movie and reality would be the entity that shoved the Hitler up pineapple or the pineapple up Hitler's ass would probably be Reagan Benson.
Oh God, that's just gonna give me nightmares.
Reagan Benson,
Well,
also known as the reason you should practice safe sex.
uh, today I've got some stuff for us to look at. We're gonna react to one of DMA's videos, but not only that, we've got a bit of an update on We the People University, and I found a brand new frauditor, baby frauditor, who broke the cardinal sin of all frauditors. He admits he's doing it for the money. And I even have his very first audit for us to look at. So let's start off with introductions with everybody here in chat. Greg Jenkin, hello. Arby, welcome. Wrangler, how much about We the People do you know?
Sorry, he goes
How
by
much
a
of We the People do you know?
to be well. He goes by Abaya Israel. He claims to be a former police officer and a former sheriff's deputy. And
Mhm.
I've seen one or two videos that it was just his comments or his translation of the law just kind of made me suspect.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was a former sheriff's deputy in Hillsborough County. I verified that myself. But he claims he was a cop in Atlanta. He never made it past the academy. And, well, he was a cop for Douglasville, Georgia PD, but he resigned in lieu of termination due to an incident that we're still trying to get more information on.
Yeah, and even with FOIA, there's just some things that the departments don't want in the public.
Oh, yeah, well, he did something so bad that they've wiped him from all social media involving Douglasville.
Hmm.
So, but commentator auditor had reached out to a news station down there for them to do an investigation as well. And he had claimed that he was moving back to Florida. Well, going through his stuff, his videos, I've noticed something. He hasn't left Georgia. He's still there. He's still putting out videos in the same exact studio where he was shooting. Even for his Inside the Nation podcast, same video set up. So he's probably trying to skate for, the investigation. Because think about it, in state, the news station would get the approval, but for out of state,
Yeah,
those expense reports would be pretty high, and they wouldn't do it.
that's true.
But even as a deputy, apparently he was a shit officer. But one of the biggest pieces of crap things about him is this. He has a lot of businesses under addresses that are already occupied. One of them happening to be a palliative care and hospice center.
Did you say a hospice center?
Yeah.
That definitely has my attention.
Oh, yeah. Claims he's worked with the FBI. Never happened. Claims that all cops do not know how to police because a lot of cops in the precinct that he was in were still living at home with their parents, so they didn't have real world experience.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I'll send you some info on this guy, and you can have a field day with it.
Oh, that sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah, but
maybe not for him, but I'm not worried about him having fun.
I will say this: he chewed out Mando Mike when he got challenged to a debate, and that shit was hilarious.
I think that was before my time.
No, you were still here. It was probably early last month. I did a couple of streams on him, and Mando Mike had challenged him to a debate, and his response to Mando Mike was to fuck off, and then try to intimidate him and say, "Well, you used your real name in your emails, so I could dox you." He's like, "I don't fucking care. Try it." But he hates it when you call him Tyrone Lyons. He prefers his pseudo-legal name, Abaya Israel.
Well, isn't that just a damn doily cloth cover from being a damn Sovsted or a Moor?
Well, he is a black Israelite. If you're not familiar with them, they believe they are one of the original lost 12 tribes of Jerusalem. And, well, the beliefs are very racist, to say at least. They are known for provoking violence, intimidation, strong ties to the Moors. But one of their biggest things is they believe in the cult leader Yahweh ben Yahweh.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So, well, how about we take a look at this brand new baby frauditor? Because this guy, he made my radar with him breaking script.
Who is it? East Coast Audits?
Oh, no, this is a new guy, completely new.
Okay.
Like, he's only got 2 subscribers, and one of them is me, so I can keep up to date with this asshole.
Nice.
So, here is him getting into A1 community video.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff, and I've been thinking about getting into some sort of online communicating because my wife has been pushing me to do this kind of thing for a while. And
is it me, or does he look like Georgia Transparency?
He looks like he could be a sperm donor, but did he just say, I'm just now getting into this online dating thing because my wife wants me to?
No, he's getting into this online commentary because his wife told him to.
Okay, it sounded like he said he was getting into that online dating because his wife told him to.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how he gets down.
I had some questions.
And I've looked at a few different topics that I could possibly take interest in. I've decided to
let's keep his ass out of Florida.
Do First Amendment auditing. My reasons for doing this is because as I've watched these kinds of videos, they're always very popular. They get the hundreds of thousands of views, and And then there's the other aspect of it where,
all right, so he knows he can make money off the views, and he knows doing auditing will get him the hundreds of thousands of views. So you're not going for activism. Okay. Let's hear his lame-ass attempt of his second reason for doing it.
where I've noticed, the police brutality headlines that have been just pervasive nationally these days. There are those who would like to write that problem off as racism, but as I've watched these types of videos on YouTube, I've noticed there is a fundamental misunderstanding of our constitutional rights by police in general. And when you stack that on top of their training, which is to find a way to get a conviction no matter what, they just...
I don't believe that. I don't think anybody here believes it's all about just getting a conviction.
Wow.
So clearly he's already drunken the punch of the sovereign citizens and First Amendment auditors.
It's a deadly combination to drink both of them.
Oh, yeah.
You should never drink the bong water.
I think he's gone past the bong water and started mixing that with brown and clear liquor.
Batteries drinking out of
they
the
come into
No, probably the bedpan's more accurate.
public disturbance calls with a headstrong attitude, and it's absolutely unconstitutional the way they act in a lot of cases.
No, it's not.
So, I've decided on doing this for that reason, probably more than anything.
Because of their
I'm here at
attitude.
the post office at Folsom Boulevard and Olson in Rancho Cordova. If they...
What did you say, Wrangler?
Oh, I was just he's getting into frauditing because of a cop's headstrong attitude.
If it wasn't for those cops having headstrong attitudes, people like Timothy McVeigh would have been captured, or the Boston bombers, or I don't know, maybe they wouldn't be cracking down on all those DUIs out there that take thousands of people's lives a year.
I think we just found a new middle-aged badass to star in one of Chili's upcoming truck stops episode.
Oh, he looks eager enough for it. I mean, he does have a good pause face. It's like it's got that look in his eye of like Chili saying, "I can make you a star. I can make you a star. I need you to go to jail for me."
Right.
Do call the police, and from what I've seen, there is very valid reasons why we have that slang phrase of going postal. If they do call the police,
Welcome back from the
they're very
90s.
close, and they should respond very quickly. It's just around the corner, actually. One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm just leaving it here in my car because I am not required to show ID to anybody if I haven't committed a crime.
Doesn't that just sound like probable cause?
Well, let's see. If you're in a stop and ID state, you have to provide ID. It doesn't mean you got to give up the physical one. That's name and social. But
Oh, I love rookies.
oh, look at him. It's like you remember that kid in middle school who thought just because he went to the Y during the summer that he could run with the varsity football team?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's this guy right here.
Since I won't be in a car, this will be the difference between a vehicle stop and a Terry stop. Okay, well, here we go. Let's get into it.
Oh no, he did he really?
Yes, he did. He stole Reyes's "Let's get into it." Hey, Epiphanies. Now, he he did post his audit video, and I have that. I'm getting that queued up. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being an absolute fail, and 10 being him actually making a change, what do you think he got?
Do we have anything lower than absolute 1?
Absolute negative 100.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
All right, I'm already going to bitch at him after this. No
Okay,
portrait.
here we are.
Go for a panoramic, man. Go for that
Out of my
mountain
car
view.
that's safely parked somewhere next to this post office in Rancho Cordova. And here we go. Let's see what happens. So we're over here by the vehicle entrance. There's no signs that I see that say do not enter, but it does have authorized vehicles only right there. So I'm not gonna test it out by going into an area that could actually be considered restricted or not necessarily public.
So he can read. Okay.
Just kind of going around the post office.
Activist my ass.
Photographs. Looking at whatever is here.
Okay, I'm not in the best shape
Definitely,
myself. But why do all frauditors sound like they're wounded seals?
Hoping I get noticed. which might seem antagonistic, but they actually have it on posters in a post office that videotaping is specifically authorized. See right there, they have.
Yes and no.
Wrong. Yeah.
We'll bust down poster 7 for him when he gets to it, because
they all kill me. Every one of these idiots, every time they say something wrong, it reminds me of The Water Boy with Adam Sandler.
oh god, I love that movie.
I'm the water boy. I got a wooden spoon.
I'd like to tackle him right now, please. In a minute. I would love to see somebody audit as Farmer Fred. That would make me laugh. That would actually get me to give them a like on their video. But they've got to do the full suspenders, Cajun accent, and everything.
Don't forget about the wicker hat.
Oh, yes.
They have a do not enter, no trespassing. So that's why I didn't go back in that area.
That and you're a coward on your convictions.
A post office is completely public property.
Oh, no, it's not.
They still do have the right to restrict access to certain parts of it. So here we are right here next to the mailboxes.
I mean, this is such riveting footage.
Kind of put mail in a box without actually having to go in and talk to anybody.
Yeah, but you're not going to do that, are you?
Get out of this guy's way. Sorry. Come over here. We got a postal employee who's mowing the grass on this nice spring day.
Didn't he watch Chili's tutorial on wide angle?
Apparently he did not, because... And he said he'd been watching these videos for the longest time. He should know how to film by now. I mean...
revoke his clown college diploma.
Maybe he only went to the community clown college. Maybe he needs to find a teacher. Where's that one-armed stump dude at? Maybe he could teach him something about being a prick.
Ashton Kutcher could graduate from that.
Hell, I think a blind chimp could graduate from that. Those dickheads classes.
Been having a bit of a problem with my voice, so forgive me if it kind of sounds scratchy. I debated whether or not I was going to do this specifically today because I haven't been feeling good.
So if you haven't been feeling good, you're going to go out into public and possibly spread what you have. Great.
Oh, let's see what we got here. Oh, there it is. Poster 7. It's right there. Just kind of walking around the hallways, foyers, and lobbies.
Yes, you can walk around there and you can film them, but you forgot one key thing. Where's your written permission?
Yeah, not to mention that he's walking around doing the commentary like he's using his mom and dad indoor sex voice that has 3 children.
I think part of that's him, being a lens licker for too long. But what do I know? I'm just a dude on the internet.
Right.
As that poster actually tells me, is perfectly authorized. I got nothing down here except, mailboxes.
Wow, mailbox.
Some have keys in them. Some don't.
Wow, because maybe they're available for rent.
He's just got so much action going on.
Solicitation available.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I don't even know what that means.
We'll need to borrow
Identity theft signs. Box mail available at 11:30 a.m. So I guess that's what time of day you can expect your mail has been put in the box for that day.
You're talking too loud.
Possession of firearms or other dangerous weapons on Postal Service property is prohibited by law.
I mean,
they have various crimes listed. If somebody commits murder or manslaughter, you can get a $100,000 reward. What the heck?
Not if you're the victim.
Different kinds of crimes that come with different kinds of rewards.
I'm calling shenanigans on that one.
Back from the day when you could go to a post office and look at wanted signs, but I don't see any of those around here right now.
Because they're all digital, dickhead.
Yeah, I used to get a thing in of mug shots of wanted criminals in the Sunday paper.
Oh, yeah, they've still got them. It's just on that interweb thing.
The computer jumping box. I get you.
Oh, hey, hang on. I forgot to tell you. Jeremiah did a live earlier today.
Oh, hell.
Of him riding down a busy 2-lane highway on a bicycle, saying that he's going from Kentucky to Tennessee while he's smoking. He's literally riding the damn bicycle down the wrong way. He's riding the bike on the left side of the road while he's live.
Okay.
And I watched, and then eventually I fast forwarded to see if he got hit by a truck.
I was going to ask you that very same question. Like, you get hit by a truck?
No.
Oh,
Come on. If he had gotten smashed, I'd already had a damn video up ready to monetize on it.
Yeah, this is for entertainment purposes and educational. Don't be a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass and ride on a busy highway the wrong way. I mean, I've got to call this guy's whole thing into question.
Keep the mail safe. Things you can and cannot mail.
The guy's about an alpha.
You can register to vote. It's usually the lobby when people freak out. I haven't gone over there yet, so let's see what happens. This building dedicated to public service in 1987. Ronald Reagan, President of the United States.
Hey, Abby.
Preston R. Tisch, Postmaster General.
Got the Ohio zebra.
Self-service area. You can ship packages,
That's not some kind of self-service you're used to.
upgrade services, all kinds of neat stuff. Oh, the passport renewal application for eligible individuals.
This is the most riveting audit I have ever seen.
Oh shit! What? I fell asleep. Huh? Say something.
Oh yeah, he's found the passport forms.
Maureen needs it.
Wow. I wonder if there's
Protect yourself
greeting
from
cards here at this post office, because if there is, I'm gonna need a moment.
Again, no firearms allowed. Military and out-of-county voting rules.
It strikes me as the kind of guy that would go buy flowers for
Batteries.
and get a card.
That poster says
Oh, yeah.
that again.
What did the card say? Get well soon.
We're heading to our anniversary, right? Well, it's the thought that counts, baby.
For news, advertising, commercial purposes.
He should be pointing that camera somewhere else if he wants to get a good video. They've got greeting cards. I need a moment. Where's my inhaler? So excited. I mean, you got to piss off the employees for them to call the cops if you want a good video, buddy.
No, you gotta get that clickbait.
Gift cards. Let's see here. What kind do they have?
This is as exciting as watching paint dry.
GameStop.
What door?
The service door, right next to the PO box.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You want a steakhouse or Applebee's?
Hey, Mandy.
Chili in a porno would draw more viewers.
More gift cards.
I mean, he's broken all the cardinal rules of being a frauditor.
All kinds of different kind of stamps.
It's like,
And if you try to fast forward through the dead air, you just wind up him walking back to his car. So
yeah,
Here, these things are up to 58 cents a stamp now.
oh my gentle Jesus.
yeah, but I can still get a book of them for under $10.
Exactly. But when you use the word book, you get confusing.
Or hell, if I want to, I can pay $20 and get the one with the ink pad.
If you say book, you're just going to confuse him. I don't need no reading.
Okay, and then this is
There we
the
have
end of it.
Nothing happened. I'm surprised.
Nothing happened because you didn't do your job right. Mandy, that is Jeffrey Volner. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name right, but he is a brand new frauditor with a whopping 2 subscribers. I can't stretch that enough. He is going to be huge. I can see him getting tased one day.
Well, you're right. He's going to be huge. I mean, he strikes me as the type that the damn Chinese buffet would have a restraining order against him.
I think he's
you're talking about fan base wise. Oh my bad.
No. Clearly, from him walking, we can tell that him and Golden Corral are hand in hand.
Yeah, and putting a hit out on him.
Now, I am hoping that he continues his frauditing career so we can all make fun of him, because he's admitted he's doing it for the money. He's only doing it for the views, and he's not even that good at it.
Yeah. That'd actually be the nicest thing I could say.
Well, my mama said if I can't say anything nice about somebody, I shouldn't say anything at all. But I'm just gonna take an ass whooping for this one. I thought at one point I was actually gonna fall asleep watching the video for the first time, and I actually did knock my ass out at the desk.
You didn't fall asleep?
Oh, I did. I thought at first it might have been from the bourbon, but then I realized it was 12 p.m. and I wasn't drinking. We need to get him a teacher. Let's get him sent up to the Frauditor College of YouTube. He can learn eBagging 101 from Jeremiah Payne.
Yeah. And he could hit post offices like Glen Serio.
He can learn phys ed from him as well, and how to sweep the leg.
I thought that would be interesting.
Oh, have you ever seen Glenn try to challenge an actual U.S. Army soldier to a fight?
Yeah, so that was not only was he an aviator, but he was a warrant officer from Fort Collins. He was an aviator from helicopter pilot, and he was from Fort Lewis in Washington State. But yeah, he was a senior aviator, and he was a damn CW3 warrant officer.
I wish Glenn would have fought him. I wish he would have. I mean,
I'm kind of glad he didn't, because dude would have tore him apart, for one, and two, Glenn being the snitch bitch that he is when he gets his feelings hurt. Oh, dude, that officer would have probably wound up in front of a damn court martial.
True, but we can all dream. Now, this video, I'm going to give a trigger warning. You will get upset and outraged not only at DMA, but at the cops involved. Welsh has played this video the other night, so I know some people here have seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, Wrangler.
Sure.
But I'll get this queued up, and, well,
All right.
Let's just see how piss poor these cops were to do their job. Okay, I didn't want Biggin.
What is that, SGV sperm donor?
No, that's Biggin. He's got a really good channel. He covers a lot of.
You're attacking me every time you turn. Last time.
He actually has a lot of really good court cases. He covers a lot of stuff like family court and stuff like that you probably enjoy. Allegedly.
If I go out there to parents right now, go, do you want this pedophile film me?
5 counts
Okay.
on a child.
He's not a sex offender, but trying to egg you on or us on to kick him
Right.
out so he can sue us.
Agreed,
It's
but
the fucking game these guys play. He's being a jackass just like they are. He's just trying to be a jackass. Do you mind printing out 2 copies and we'll get this jackass one?
I give respect when it's deserved, and you deserve no respect. You're a coward, bud. And the only reason you didn't arrest me is because you have no authority to. Hey, what up, DMA crew? Today we're showcasing the body-worn camera footage from the last video.
I think the Munchkin needs to grow up some. I mean,
As a mayor, have y'all noticed that none of them have put anything up since the dam got pulled over with J-Town in the back?
actually, he did put something up today.
Oh, did he?
Him, J-Town, and Sweet Tea pulled a similar stunt to this in a Denver DMV.
Oh, if there was ever an accidental discharge needed.
Oh, I know.
Video I did at the DMV in.
I loved when they got pulled over. I guess he was driving his daddy or his mama's truck because while he was driving it and get pulled over, he's got a handicap placard hanging from the fucking rearview mirror.
It had to be his. It had to be his father's because
I'm gonna go with mother's because I don't see him knowing his daddy.
Again, I don't know, but I do believe he does have to use a step stool to get into that truck.
DMA, the host with the most step stools in his apartment.
I mean, look at his tripod. It's as tall as him.
He's got a 4-foot tripod with about, I don't know, 12, 13 inches of equipment on top of it. And it's still taller than DNA. And it's exactly as tall as DMA. So what is that, 5'2"?
Oh, it has to be 5 foot even.
Until now, I've never even wondered what it's like driving a car with a booster seat.
In Lakewood, I was so appalled by the behavior of these officers behind closed doors. There was so many disgusting and disturbing things these guys said that I just had to make an entire video based on this body-worn camera footage. And as you can see by the thumbnail, these officers are wolves in sheep's clothing.
Oh, and man, he's got
Do
me with the
better,
blue line,
Officer
Ohio Zebra,
Salito
and my broken
and
shin.
Sergeant Larson.
I'd like to buy him a drink.
So we'll go ahead and we'll go talk to him and see what's going on. Make sure it's the first member.
I think he's old enough to drink.
Just trying to get some money.
Oh, officers, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How's it going? You, Chris? How's it going?
Yes, this is Chris.
Okay.
He's refusing to stop filming in front of counter, recording people's personal information at the counters.
Okay. Can we go talk back here? And if you want to go ahead and grab your manager or whoever's in charge.
Absolutely. Okay.
Hey, I think you were here last time we had to deal with this.
Yes, I was.
So again, what is he doing that's
He
illegal?
was right up in our counter and we're having trouble.
We went, that's a sign.
Right.
But we went through that last time.
I'm not
That's
gonna talk to
not-
him. He is not even. Okay, go ahead and lower the chair.
It's a government building. He has a right to be here.
He
It's
was also starting to harass me.
All right.
Okay, right now, the cop has done fucked up.
Yep.
That is yes, the DMV is considered a government entity, but it's a private building with its own rules, regulations, and policies.
And it's a third, and they are allowed to. So either way you cut it, it's going to be their choice to what is allowed in there and what's not. If it's a government building, then they're allowed the discretion to restrict what areas they deem need to be restricted and set the rules accordingly. If it's not government, but it's a private entity, same thing applies.
Oh yeah.
So either way, the Leos here really they shit the bed on this one because they should have called him on his shit right then.
Oh, it gets way worse.
Oh no,
Administration told me to call them.
okay. Well, if you would like to go ahead and well, it's not harassing. It's not videoing. The same thing as they can come up to us and start videoing us.
Him cussing other staff here is
Freedom of speech.
Christopher,
Because we get yelled at all day long. We get yelled at words all the time. Fuck the police all the time. So unfortunately, he can do that. If he's going to start a fight or something like that, then we can remove him.
Okay. This
Some
is come out
with
your
him, that's another
temporary.
thing.
Doesn't come out
But
your
we've been through this before. It's
That's your legal
the
name.
same result as the last 2 times. They can be here. They can fill
Really
this
not.
government building.
Can we talk to someone else? You're
Yeah, my
really-
sergeant's on the way.
Thank
The
you.
sergeant that came here last time that explained the same thing. I know you're frustrated, but
You're just not very nice ever. You're
And
just
he's
very
he's
abrasive and
also-
you're attacking me every time you come
last
in
time I
here.
came here, I was very nice to you. And we had a good conversation and we talked to the
Cass,
person on the
Cass,
phone.
can you come listen to this?
Sure. Last time we did this, we had the same conversation.
I
with
know,
the
but
people
I
that
just
was on
really
there.
want to talk to someone else. The first thing you did was, we were here before, you're very abrasive to me, and
No, I was here
I
before.
was following my directions,
I
my
was saying I spoke with you
executives,
before.
and I was asked to call you.
Okay, and I'm fine with that. I was explaining why we
And
are
I'm
doing what we're
explaining
doing.
to you why. They're supposed to be 12 feet apart, and look what he's doing right now. He's at the camera right here, right in front of me. That's why I waited for you.
Okay.
And you agree within 30 days.
You can be-
The attitude coming off the cop is just not welcomed. It's like they're scared to do their job at this point. And I hate to say that because, you know, we bet good cops, but bad cops that don't want to do what's right, we've got to do stuff like this and shame them and call them out. I hate to do it, but we got to.
Absolutely. The only thing worse than them overstepping the bounds is being too meek to do their job because they're scared of that little midget.
And they're gonna keep catering.
These are with the camera. Unfortunately, it's the state's responsibility to protect people's rights. Same thing as if they come to a patrol vehicle and they're looking through a window.
Can I get all your cards?
Of course, my sergeant's on the way down too.
Can I get all your cards?
Yes, I will make sure you get a card. Okay, so it's the same thing. They can come to our patrol car windows. They can film the inside of our windows. It's our responsibility to protect the screens and keep the NCIC data and all of that from being breached. And that's
So how do you protect people's information?
cover your screen protect. This is not filming the inside of the screen.
Raise the next finger over here.
Okay, so when people have their birth certificate in their
Can you
hand,
raise it?
How fucking wrong is this guy?
Pretty much on everything he just said.
Because he's equating to what they have to do compared to what a government entity has to do.
Exactly. And yeah, he's right about one thing. The burden is on them to protect the screens. All right. And bouncing his little sweaty tea Reagan owned ass is just an extension of doing that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like that all the frauditors always want to say, well, it's up to you to create privacy. Okay, bounce his punk ass out, and boom, there you go.
And here we have a created rule to protect privacy. No recording within 12 feet of the counter. But they don't want to do their job. It's just frustrating.
how are we supposed to protect that? Other
It
than
has to reset. It was needed around to
Are you
Just out of curiosity.
Are you taking their birth certificate from
But it
them?
resets.
Not all the ways.
Okay,
Once we give it back, we
if
need
it's
to.
not in your possession, it's not your responsibility.
We're still responsible for
No, you're not.
personal information.
No. If they're holding their
They are.
when you have their stuff and you have it on your computer, yes, you are. You're responsible for that.
So a
Your
registered
data on
sex
here.
offender can come in and record kids and stuff
A registered sex offender can come to a public building
and record
and
children.
record, yes, and record everyone in the room in a public area, yes. Also, we didn't find
And
the
you're
hit for
okay
the
with that?
registered sex offender.
You're okay with that?
No, but I enforce the laws and that's what
And
we
you're
deal
okay
with.
with that?
No. But that's what we enforce is the laws. You can get frustrated at me all you want, but I can only enforce the laws that are in effect. Okay? I can't make stuff up. I can't deal with stuff.
Statute that they got.
What?
I
Where's
asked
the
for a card.
statute?
He hasn't given it to me.
Where's the
He hasn't
statute?
given me the card.
You want a card? Fine, I'll give you a card right now. There you go. It's not going to solve anything. I'm trying to be reasonable here.
The pissy attitude would help so much. Dropping that, I think that would help a lot.
Yeah, and what's really funny here is DMA just doesn't realize that the officer being a lazy jackass actually worked in his favor.
Oh yeah, he totally revels in it later.
Oh yeah, because he wants to double dip from the same well. He wants to dip in it for him having to put up with it, and then he wants to dip it again by criticizing the cops who gave his rights too much respect.
Oh yeah.
What a piece
We're
of
here to let
crap.
you know where I'm coming
Well, every
from.
time we deal with you, it's like there's always an attitude.
And smile if you
No, I'm
want.
just
I'm
trying to
sorry
tell you
you're
what's going on.
tired. I'm sorry you have to work.
Again, now you're
You know.
attacking me personally, and all I'm explaining is what the laws
But
state.
every time we have to deal with you, there's always an attitude.
Every time I come in here, there's an attitude with you guys. Like, you want me to do something that I can't do anything about.
Makes sense.
And last time I was here, I dealt with the other call for service. And I actually made sure the warrant went through for that so that it was solved. So I don't know why you guys are mad at me. Because I'm doing what I
So
can.
just since I wasn't here when that happened, what circumstances are different that would warrant you doing that time? but not
So on one of them, one of the staff members was pushed, so we were able to do harassment on that one. But That was the first time. The second time there was no pushing, no striking, shoving.
Okay, so,
It was something in here. It's a First Amendment auditor or First Amendment frauditor.
That's the only thing you've gotten right, officer.
No.
He's a fraud.
so when people are customers, we're allowed to escort them. We're allowed to call you guys and have them moved from the building. What's different in this case?
Who escorted them out? Because if they're going to start a fight with you, and they're making physical threats, that's something we can deal with.
So when a business says that there's
The difference is this is a government building.
it's not.
It is.
It's
No,
privately
it's a
owned.
government building.
It's a privately.
It's a privately owned building run by a government agency, so the public has to have access to it. We went through the same thing last time as well. That was the argument, is it's a private building, but it's a government run.
Okay, this officer is not understanding any of the purposes of a limited public forum or a traditional public forum. But the fact that yes, it is a privately owned building that the government is leasing office space out of. They have their own rules. They have their own policies. It's, it's stuff like this that's emboldening the A1 community to come out and do such idiotic things.
An agency. They have to be able to come in here and conduct business that's required by the state.
So,
Even if they're not actually conducting that business.
Since I don't know this, do you know a lot of people are refusing to be recorded by the people? Because a lot of our customers here have also refused to be recorded by because they feel incredibly uncomfortable with it.
And it's a public area, same thing. It's a public building. If they want to leave the building, they can come back at a later time.
So
it's the
their
same thing as
rights
filming in
have
a
no,
public mall.
have no
You can
manner.
walk around in the mall, even if they say I don't want you recording, you can film in a public.
No, you can't. You can be kicked out of the mall for recording. It's a private business.
I know it's frustrating.
Is your supervisor on his way?
Yep, he's on his way. He's on his way. It'll take him a few minutes to get down.
Possibly have an ETA?
Whenever I don't. Hey, do you mind if I just step away from over there? Hey, I'm just trying to hear, are we just doing like a First Amendment audit? What are we trying to do here?
I was here just to get my new driver's license.
Okay, that's all I was asking. I'm in the works of talking with them. You know you can be here in the building, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You know your rights. So we're just gonna hang out here. They want to talk to my supervisor.
Okay.
We're just gonna hang out.
Right. Yeah, he was trying to tell me that I'm in violation of the law. Well, I know the policy is for 12 feet from the counter. So I understand their policy, but it's not a law. So I just wanted to document my own interaction, my own.
Okay, you want to record your own information. You want to record yourself doing that. I don't believe you. You knew what you were doing. You've done this bullshit before. And well, frankly, I honestly think you should just come up with a better lie because it's not working for me. What do you guys think?
Personal information, not other people's. So
Okay.
what he was trying to say is that, yeah, I'm committing a crime and this and that. So actually, he was committing a crime because he's in violation of harassment, CRS 18-8-111, following someone around in a public place with the intent to alarm or annoy. So he repeatedly followed me around this
So
entire
doing his
building.
damn job.
So actually, he's the only one that's broken the law today.
Okay. All right. Well, like I was just explaining where we're at.
You came back in time, buddy. You want charges filed against the security guard for doing his own job. That is just insane. I mean, he's not harassing you. He's trying to make sure you don't break the rules and policies of the DMV.
We're at what we're doing. I just want to leave you out of the loop to feel like I wasn't talking to you.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Can I get your business card?
Yep. Sure. Of course.
Oh, you'll kiss his ass and gladly hand him that card.
So I told you the same thing that I told you, right?
I'm not talking.
About
I'll talk to you when you quit recording, okay?
This is a
Gotcha.
public building. You try to say this. I thought you said you would kick me out for any reason to refuse service, right?
We can definitely refuse service. We don't have to help you.
Yeah. This thing is not.
Well, DMA's always wanted to have case law named after him.
Yep.
You can't refuse me because this is a
United
public
States
building.
versus
I
Davis.
have to serve.
Guilty.
Did you hear that bullshit? They can't refuse him service.
The hell they can't. They can't refuse him service only on. They cannot refuse him service on the basis of his skin color, his gender, his sexual preference, his age, his religion, his political affiliation. They can't. You're right. They cannot refuse based off of any of those. It'd be a civil rights violation. But they can refuse his ass if he's being a jackass. You better believe it.
Violations of their policies and rules of recording inside their building would be a such reason to refuse him service.
Exactly. Because it's also trespassing. And the fact that he's rolling up there with like 15 grand worth of camera equipment.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And his reason for that is going to blow your mind. He's got all the equipment to record himself getting a driver's license.
Yeah, but he's going to come across the wrong one day, and that camera equipment, they're going to wind up giving him a damn colonoscopy with it.
Not in Colorado. They've bent the knee to the frauditing community there.
No. I'm talking about a citizen, not a cop.
Oh. Yeah, I would love to see citizens get their hands on these guys. That whole little crew of theirs.
You know?
Everyone thinks I'm doing something wrong because they're taking this guy. His security guard's got a gun on his hip. Right? He's got a badge. So if he would have just been cool and cordial to me, everyone else would have been really cordial, right? But they stir the pot. They create this. And they want to call the police on me.
Because you're breaking the fucking rules.
An example right here of an anti-freedom American right here. Security guard.
What amendment says that you can go harass people with a camera? I forget which constitutional amendment says that you get to go intrude on somebody else's life with a camera.
I mean, there has to be one, because if not, you would just be a fucking prick job doing that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that the Third Amendment says that he can do 110 and a 55 with Sweaty T's lunch in the back seat. You know, pizza, burgers, and pork chops.
Well, the fact that he has to be with Sweaty T, I mean, it's just that's just a nightmare I don't want to give anybody, but
you know, if he acts up, he's going to get thrown in the basement with Reagan's husband.
Oh yeah, I believe he's 100% cuck. I think he's actually only with her. She's getting like a real man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I tell you what, I bet Reagan's a damn mail order bride from hell. I'd be wanting a refund.
I'd be returning the sender. This is not what it looked like in the catalog.
If you want to go ahead and step back here, I'm sure the other lady, Diane, and this lady back there would like to hear what you have to say.
Here comes the sergeant.
I know, I do.
Hey, USA.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
This guy's being a jackass. Huh?
Well, that's fine, but every time he shows
Oh my
up,
God.
there's always an attitude. He came in, he walks back, he asks Dominic, he goes, we did this before, why are we here again? And I'm like, oh my God. My executives told me to call you. Why are you here right now? I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm already getting a tag from him and I need that from a police officer first thing. That's ridiculous. And I know he's frustrated, he's mad at us, whatever, but
I think he's frustrated at that guy because there's
Don't
just
take it
so
out on me,
limited
though.
what we can do with that guy.
I
being such a
understand that.
jackass
But you
he's
came in, you said hello.
you are not limited by what you can do. It's what you choose to do.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know what is really weird though? He's doing that. He's doing that fraud at solo.
Yeah.
He never does a fraud at solo. Ever.
Yeah, every time I've seen him, he's always had at least 2 people with him.
That's what, you know, like I said, this is the only video. Isn't this the only video he's posted since he was acting like a, you know, like a little rabid fucking lollipop guild after the sidearm incident on the side of the road?
Give me a second and I'll check. But because I know today he posted a new video.
Yeah.
But I think before then, I think this actually might be the newest thing.
Yeah. Because I do not believe that J-Town Press's arrival there, I don't believe that the timing is a coincidence. You know, Regan's already on probation. He just got convicted of 2 federal misdemeanors. You know, Sweaty T just got arrested.
Yeah, this is the newest thing. Because his version of the footage is up on his channel from 9 days ago, and then this is his remix of it with the body cam footage.
Yeah. So was I right? Is this really the only thing he's put up since that damn traffic stop?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound? I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but there's something really, really sketchy in that because, well, with this as well, because he doesn't fraud it alone. There's always 2 or 3 cameras with him. You know, you got Lana up there, and the last thing he did besides this was that damn traffic stop.
Yeah. Now, I think that traffic was a live, too. So let me check and see if that was a live stream.
Well, they had 3 different cameras going. You know, they had Sweaty T's, Lana's, and his. But apparently they didn't start recording until after the officer or trooper drew his sidearm.
Yeah, and that was from 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, this is the most recent thing he has done.
I'm going to be looking into that because I do not believe in frauditors or in coincidence.
Oh, no. And if I told you
that going on there,
and if I told you this dickhead got a guy fired at Christmas time last year, would you believe it?
Yeah. I have no problem. Now, some of the other frauditors, I might have I might not be so quick to believe it, but with this trash, I do believe that he would go because he didn't get his way. I think he would go have a temper tantrum and get an actual grown up fired at Christmas with families and responsibilities.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. I would put money on it. In fact,
I'll get you the video for it. This dickhead and 2 other frauditors went to a library, and they were going to the juvenile section. And the guy said, "Don't film the kids." Called, did everything he could to piss off the guy working there, and all because he was wearing a mask that had a blue line flag symbol. And called him a blue line fellow that supports gangs and got the guy to blow up.
Yeah, he's just a Napoleonic little jackass with a freaking little man complex. Is all he is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
and he literally told me every time I deal with you guys, there's an attitude. I go, whoa! Every time I deal with you, there's an attitude from you first.
Did they ever resolve the case?
They're looking for him.
Okay, they put a warrant out for his arrest.
But every time I have to deal with him, it's an attitude.
Okay.
I worked in law enforcement. You don't treat people that way. If you want respect, you give respect, you get it back.
Yes.
But yet he comes in, oh.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting attacked from you just like I did the last time. He walks up to my counter and what are you doing? And Demonte goes, oh my God, why is he a policeman? It's like, oh my, what are you doing here? Don't come here. I'm like, please don't come here anymore then if you have a hard time with us. I called you for help.
So what are we going to do with Chris Cordova?
I don't know. Our executive said to call you. Because he was.
We don't want him here. That's the angle. We don't want him here.
And I get
Oh my God, he got
that. And it's.
I know.
At the very least, we don't want him recording customers because they're getting very disturbed by it. Because they're very uncomfortable.
So he's
There's
a pedophile. If I go out there to parents right now and go, do you want this pedophile filming you? If I was in the public, that's what I would be doing right now.
Diane Johansson just accused me of being a pedophile. And where did she get her information from? A quick Google search of my name. Do you know how many Christopher Cordovas there are in Colorado? Diane, if you're going to make an accusation like that.
Okay, we actually found out that, yeah, there's a bunch of Chris Cordovas on on the registry.
Well, he's the one that decided to air that little bit of information.
And if you just do a Google search on that name, Christopher Cordova, you get so many people, especially if you type it in, you're looking for him on the registry. It's not their fault you got a common name. It's not their fault they didn't put the picture of you up there. Or whoever it's supposed to be.
That's actually kind of weird. You know what?
Oh, I know.
Because just about, yeah, I can't actually, that may be the only time I've ever heard of an SR or SOR list not providing pictures because you kind of want to know what they look like.
Oh yeah. The one I looked up, I literally didn't see any pictures of anybody up there. And I typed in for his name specifically.
Oh, well, trash is trash.
You better come with some receipts because that is not something that you accuse somebody of being unless you are 100% sure. And Diane, just a minute ago, you told Sergeant Larson that I was attacking you.
I'm already getting attacked from him and I need that from a police officer first thing. That's ridiculous.
You are verbally
So you think by me coming into the DMV and documenting my own interactions with government is attacking you? Diane, you are a disgusting human being. You are a disgrace. And I'm not even going to tell you to do better because you need to resign immediately.
And
he's not a sex offender, but.
What is he?
He has a thing with the courts where he's been 5 counts on a child.
That just doesn't make
and I have it pulled up too.
Okay. Well, there's nothing on our system showing he doesn't have to be a registered sex offender. So I don't know.
But anyway,
how accurate that information is.
What
does he want? Like he just
we-
wants to cause a problem.
And that's fine. I pulled him up. Take it. My team's very uncomfortable. I pulled him up to issue. He's going at him, abusing him. I'm fine with that. But when I call the police, it's like, if he would have just come in and said, what would you like us to do? What are we supposed to do? I mean, just, geez Louise.
As far as Chris Cordova.
So the issue, our executives are saying they have that 12-foot rule and he's not abiding by it. So I called them because I said, what do you want me to do? I don't want to call you guys if I don't need to.
Right.
If they say, Diane, get pummeled, let him come up, but they're saying no. So what do you want us to do?
I mean, unfortunately, it sounds like our hands are tied and your hands are tied.
No, they're not.
My administration is saying to call. Do you want to talk to Rob? He used to be a sheriff.
How are your hands tied? He is violating the policies of the DMV.
I mean, where is this? Colorado Springs, Denver?
I think it's Littleton, Colorado.
What are they recruiting for Berkeley grads now for cops?
I mean, do you need a degree in folk dance just to get a sergeant's exam here? Because there are so many things you can do. You can do your job for one and enforce them telling you they don't want him there. He needs to be trespassed from the building.
These damn cops sound more like damn liberal arts majors that graduated from Berkeley.
Oh yeah.
God, don't they have just one salty, ex-soldier, veteran cop in there? Just one.
I just say this, but maybe they all need to get some testosterone. They need that stuff that they advertise on TV.
That or, they can bust Chili with his stash of steroids and, confiscate them.
I know, Abby, and
he's the one that told me to call you.
I mean, I'd be happy to tell him exactly.
You know my policy. I will not call out a good cop.
Really do.
If I see bad cop, I'm calling it out.
I get it.
This is bad copying. This is bad policing.
I'll go pull the fire alarm right now.
And I get it. Unfortunately, recording. I mean, I'm recording right now because of the legislature, right? But he's just looking. I have a feeling he's trying to egg you on or us on to kick him out so he can sue us.
Agreed.
It's the fucking game these guys play.
I know. I just don't know what to do. If your cop would have said, "What do you want us to do?" I'm like, my executive said to call you. That's really what I'm telling you. But that cop, oh my God.
Yeah, we don't want him here anymore.
DeMonte goes, he walked up to the same time last time. What am I supposed to do? It's like, and he just went at me. I'm like, oh my God, you just walked in the door.
I'll run this by my legal advisor again. So I think I did that 6 months ago. I can't remember.
Are you Lieutenant?
Sergeant.
Sergeant here. Do you want to talk to him?
Okay. I have no details about what's going on.
Yeah, Rob, my name's Jeff Larson. I'm with the Lakewood Police. I'm unfortunately,
yes, Joe, I agree.
I'm struggling with. What I want to do is kick this guy out. So basically, what's happened? It's one of these First Amendment auditors. He's come in here. He's being a jackass, just like they are, and he's exactly. It's his purpose to disrupt, but he's recording customers. He's not. His camera's facing away from the teller line towards the customers.
Now it is.
At this point. So, and obviously he's recording us. I think he's trying to egg your folks here and us to kick him out to sue us. It's very methodical and manipulative. I'll tell you, I want to kick this guy out. I really wish I could. I can't because it's a semi-public, semi-government.
So you want to do your job, but you refuse to do your job. Is what I'm getting at. Is what I'm getting from this guy. What's your take, Wrangler?
Well, my take is that, like any government building, it's a government building. It's a non-public forum. That's a DMV. It's not a park. It's not a beach. It's not a public forum. Even if it was, it would be extremely limited in scope, and the people that run that building would still have the authority and the discretion to restrict activities and access as they deem fit. Period. And the cops should know that.
Oh, 100%.
And that's what's in the office. These guys are just acquiescing to these clowns. They're just bending over.
They're taking the knee.
Exactly, and that's what tells me that these guys just took this job for a paycheck.
Oh yeah.
Because as bad as this might sound, a real cop would find what stupid there is doing wrong and enforce that.
I mean, policy may not be law, but it's their rules. That's no different than going into a convenience store with a shirt with a sign that says "No shoes, no shirt, no service," and then kicking you out.
Exactly. They don't need to have a reason.
They have a legitimate reason here. You're violating their rules.
You know, like I said, provided they don't bounce his ass on the host of civil protections I listed earlier that I do all the time when one of them says that kicking them out's violating his civil rights, and I always kick out the same response. But yeah, aside from the things that I listed that are protected categories, they can pretty much bounce them for whatever they want.
Oh yeah.
Semi-government place. You know, if he does disorderly conduct or something like that, shoves somebody, hallelujah. If I can find some other crime other than trespassing, I can do something about it. But unfortunately, based on what I'm seeing right now and what I'm hearing, I don't think I have something I can take enforcement action on.
We're under federal law to protect.
What was that, Wrangler?
This sergeant is a bigger cut beta bitch boy than DMA is.
Oh yeah. I would love to get him on something other than trespassing. So either you're scared to do your job or you're refusing to do your job.
Well, guess what? Trespassing isn't sexy, but it's got teeth.
Oh yeah. And you know, the fact that you're refusing to do your job, it tells me one of two things. You're scared of a lawsuit, which you know you can beat, or you're just too lazy to actually get off your ass, dust yourself off, and put his ass outside.
Well, it sounds like they've been watching too many chili videos and they drank the Kool-Aid because
I think so too.
Federal lawsuit. And there is not, if they bounced him for trespassing right now, there would not be anything in that action that would even warrant a first look by a judge on a 1984 lawsuit.
It would be bounced out on the fucking matters before it went to the state court.
Exactly. So they're just being lazy. They're just, and I hate to sound like a frauditor, I really do, but if they don't have the balls to do their job, then they need to turn in their shield and their piece.
Exactly.
And go sell cars or get their real estate license.
I mean, it is sad to see that these cops aren't going to do their
personally
job.
Identifiable information.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot have him through video or through audio over here and record people's transactions. So that's why we set the 12-foot limit.
Mm-hmm.
We are entitled under the First Amendment, just as he is entitled to record, we are entitled to designate time, place, and manner for which he can record in order to protect the PII.
Bullseye.
So that's our main concern. It's not just him being a jackass. We deal with jackasses all day.
True.
But if he is in a position to record other people's information, then that's covered by federal law. And if he insists on being up by the counters or close to people where he can potentially record their operations, I'm not there, so I can't really see what he's doing. But if he's doing that, then he's disrupting our operation, and you can throw him out.
That would be obstruction.
I'd have to run it by our legal advisor.
Okay.
What, do you do that when you're giving someone a DUI?
I think he gives him a hug and a powdered donut.
Like, here, sober up, and we'll try again in an hour.
If he is there and he's causing a scene and he's coming up to the counters with a camera and a microphone on a fucking tripod, and he's interfering with them to do their jobs as a government agency, that is interference with a government agent. Why can't you take him out for that?
Hey, brother, have you ever looked up the wiretapping laws in Colorado?
No, but I can do it
I'm
in a
doing
minute.
it right now.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to?
I've got it right. I'm doing it right now.
All right. I would love to hear what they have to say about that. Yes, Timo, it is a federal law that they cannot allow, their people's information to get out. So that's why they have that 12-foot rule. That's why a lot of DMVs and Social Security administrations and health departments and doctors' offices have those signs that say no cell phones.
Hey, bro. Under CRS 18-9-303, Colorado law prohibits certain forms of eavesdropping or wiretapping, specifically wiretapping a phone line or using any electronic device to listen in on or record private conversations are criminal offenses punishable by up to 18 months in prison and up to $100,000 in fines. So technically, the person in the counter next to him giving the clerk their info, and he's recording it, and you can hear the conversation, that is wiretapping, and under Colorado law, because he's using an electronic device to record that. That's what his phone is. That's what his camera is. It's an electronic device.
It is. And that's what the courts are going to rule it.
So that was, I'm going to be doing a video on this one tonight.
I'll get you the link if you want it.
All right. Yeah, just send it to me later.
And unfortunately, that takes time.
Right. We've got opinions from the Attorney General's office that state exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay.
And Diane has access to those opinions and some of the handouts that we've created because this isn't our first rodeo.
Right.
Let me pause it real quick again, because he does this thing with the opinions. Now, there's two types of opinions. There's what we all have, like personally, opinion of mine, as I like pepperoni and pineapple pizza. It's delicious to me. It may not be everybody's, but what the executive for the DMV is referencing to is a legal opinion, which is usually coming from a Supreme Court case or any legal matter.
Well, whether they have sufficient evidence to secure an indictment is not the business of the officer. The officer in this, especially a uniformed officer in this case, his job is to go in, decipher what facts there are, and then act. It's not up to him to get it in front of a grand jury or, get it in front of a judge. It's just his job to arrest the offender by the information he has at the time. And if he feels he doesn't have enough, that's fine. I could respect that. But if he's waiting to, where some damn lawyer who couldn't lawyer is going to tell him, oh yeah, you can arrest him. No.
I would hate to see how these guys handle a burglary case.
I got a better one for you. I'd really hate to see how they handle a damn hostage situation with a weapon involved.
Oh, yeah.
I think we dealt with it 6 months ago. Was that about 6 months ago? And we were kind of at the same standstill. Now, this guy's obviously a little more persistent and
well, yeah, because
than the last guy.
By creating a disturbance that he posts online, and he gets income from that. So he's trying to disrupt and create as much of a ruckus. If he stays a reasonable distance away from people, and our Attorney General has indicated that's 12 feet, then he can stay and film all day long. We don't care.
Exactly.
We just can't have him getting close enough to people where he's recording their transactions.
And I agree with that. But the last time, and I'm pretty sure I ran this by our legal advisor who recommended us to not take any action 6 months ago in this very similar situation, because it violated kind of your policies and your rules, but didn't violate a law.
Well, it violates the federal law if you get close enough to record PII.
Yeah.
I don't know who your legal
Diane has a
department
copy
is.
of that federal law if you need to reference it in your report.
Yeah, but you got to understand where I'm at as far as the supervisor. My legal advisors pretty much tell us to not do anything and write it up.
Well, that's safe.
So unfortunately, that's what I'm leaning towards doing today. It's just documenting it and talking to our legal advisor.
So at what point can you take some action if his actions disrupt our operations? We're going to have, if he gets close enough and insists on getting close enough to where he can record people's transactions, then we can't issue documents and we have to close because he's disrupting our operation. At some point in time, that's unlawful conduct on public property or something that you can take. Some action.
I'm looking for any disorderly conduct, any little thing that I could use to get him out of there, and especially what I'm seeing right now. Obviously, I didn't catch up on what happened before I got here.
You're looking for any little thing you can get him up with. Okay.
I'm going to call bullshit, but all right.
All right. How about obstructing a government employee from doing their job and refusing to leave with trespassing when he was told to leave by an authority figure of the building?
Well, he's already violated the federal and the Colorado wiretapping and illegal surveillance statutes. Both.
I mean,
I guarantee if you go back and look at his video, there was at least one person that he recorded giving out their damn info to the person behind the counter.
Oh yeah. And especially if you look at his equipment, he's got what? A cell phone, what looks to be a Nikon camera with a built-in, an extended mic as well.
You got a boom mic and a boom mic and a freaking zoom lens. He's got 2 cell phones on it, on the damn tripod.
Oh yeah.
Or on the monopod. So, yeah. I may not have been able to get it in front of a damn grand jury, or in front of a grand jury, but I guarantee you I'd have got his ass in the back of the car that day.
Oh yeah. And Joe, you're not the only one. And I'll be the first to say it. I do not like bad cops because it makes good cops look so much worse, and it gives these frauditors so much more carte blanche to do whatever they want to do.
And it gives more heed to their credibility. And
to see these cops not want to do their job, come in rude. Like I said in private, if you come in with a bad attitude, leave it at the fucking door. Don't come in and do your job like this. Because you're not helping anybody's case. You're not there but to piss everybody off.
That's pretty much right.
His camera's facing away from the counters. He's talking to customers, kind of heckling customers, but keeping a proper distance from them. He's not trying to get identifying information. He's just trying to be a jackass.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's very good at that.
And he is. So
it doesn't matter if he's trying to.
We know who he is thanks to your folks here. And obviously he's on our cameras as well, our body cameras. But unfortunately,
cameras that are operating there too. So at some point, we've got the whole thing under video. We don't have audio on our cameras.
Okay. Well, I'll run it by just in case my commanders got a little bit of fresher memory about this than I do. But
somebody there better have.
But my hands are tied.
Who's your commander?
Schmachtenberger, Commander Schmachtenberger. So.
Okay. So that becomes the crux of our problem is if he gets close enough to record people's information, with audio or video, then we can't issue, and he's disrupting our operation.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the key.
Yeah. Okay.
Reverend, thank you for the.
And I'll make sure that we
Reverend, thank you for
run
the
that specific
$1
phrase
super.
by our legal advisor.
Greatly appreciate
But,
that.
I hate to say it, I got to walk away from this without doing anything unless something more aggravating happens.
Well, at what point because the last time this happened in Parker, we had customers calling the police because he was being a jackass toward them.
Well,
and guys, so I mean, at what point can you take action on that with us not being the complainant but a customer?
And I agree with that, but it's just not illegal to record people. I have these guys do this to me all day, every day. Sometimes they follow me around doing it all day, every day. And
well, have you ever heard of anti-stalking laws?
I mean, that's what they did in Arizona to Direct D. They did
Damn.
They did it in Everett, Washington to Glen Serio.
You know,
they were successful.
And they need to read the damn Colorado stalking laws a little bit more carefully, because nowhere in it does let me rephrase. I would bet money that nowhere in the Colorado stalking laws does it say that public employees and police officers or LEOs are exempt.
Now, we had a case in 2020 of Chauncey Dragonfly or Haltenberg, whatever his name was. He got mad at the Arizona Attorney General and had made violent posts about them and sending stuff to them, and had put feminine hygiene products and adult marital aids in her yard. They got him for stalking and harassment. We just got Direct D, 3 years probation. I mean, what more can we do? We're giving the cops the tools. It's just these cops don't want to do the job here.
Well, I'm reading the stalking law in Colorado right now, and known as Bonnie's Law.
And Johnny, I agree with you so much. If YouTube would just stop, allowing these dickheads to profit off of harassing everyday people.
it's not illegal to record people. Now, obviously, transactions and stuff like that, especially if that's his intent, okay, that's a separate issue. But Joe Public, if they were to call right now just because he's recording them, it's not a violation of the law,
At what point does it carry over into harassment when he's disrupting their ability to get a document?
Harassment would have to be some physical contact, following them around in public. Like if a customer were walking across the store and he's following them and they told him to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, the harassment, what the statute, the state statute for harassment is different than what we commonly use in our vernacular about harassment. It really is. It's physical contact with no pain.
Now, Jeffrey, I've got 28 years with Jeffco, so I kind of understand that.
Okay.
And these people know the law too.
Yeah.
They're very familiar with the law, so they're right on the edge all the time.
I know.
It's hard for you. I understand.
Can I give him this document so that obviously he's a little more knowing?
It's an email. No, it's an email. I gave him the email from Pam that has the First Amendment in it. But Pam said she doesn't want that going out. Is that right, Rob?
I don't know what email you're talking about, Diane.
With the First Amendment on it. It talks about time during normal hours, placed 12 feet away from intake stations, may not disrupt normal business operations, and then it has the Constitution of the United States First Amendment in it.
Well, is it the document that talks about the First Amendment rights and what all we can do and what the Attorney General's office says and all that?
No.
Okay, so we sent this out in October of 22. to all the DLOs as to what we can give them and pass out.
Yes, I have that.
Okay.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to the police officer.
All right.
Do you mind printing out 2 copies and we'll give this jackass one?
Call me a jackass.
No.
I'm kidding.
No, but I would definitely call
Jeffrey, I
the
appreciate
sergeant
you
a
being there
jackass.
and doing what you can. Again, our crux of the matter is the recording of personally identifiable information, which is contrary to federal law. Mm-hmm. So that's what we are trying to prevent. We can't prevent him from being a jackass or harassing the customer. We have to draw the line when we think he's close enough to record our transactions with other people.
Well, Rob, what's your phone number? Because I'd be happy to follow up with you and Diane.
Please do.
Okay.
I think honestly,
Diane, what's a good phone number for you?
That whole department probably needs to get a good education on public forums and time, place, and manner.
Well, that or stop. They need to stop.
Yeah, it always bothers me.
It really doesn't.
I'm sorry, we couldn't hear you over the video.
They need that, or they need to stop making the officers check their balls at the start of the shift.
Seriously, man. The way they are acting right now, it's like they're so afraid to do what they know they need to do.
I don't even know. I mean, this is just, there's so much wrong with this that I don't even really know where to start.
I know, and
I feel bad for our customers.
I do too. Absolutely. The regular folks.
Is to try and kill them with kindness and just give them whatever they want as long as they don't step over that line.
God, wouldn't I just love it? If he's here for a license, just move him to the front line and get the hell out of here.
We already did that.
Did exactly. Being a jerk.
I did that.
Victor 120, what's the CR for DMV?
It was done before y'all got here.
That's why I waited to.
He's got 2 protection orders, so there's plenty of people out there that don't like him.
Oh, I know there. Are you good with Rob?
Yeah.
Rob, is there anything else you want to say?
No, just have him get in touch with me once he touches base with his commanders and let me know if there's something we can do different.
I'm just going to run it by our legal advisor, so next week, if we have this problem, we know exactly.
Yeah, but next week it's too late.
Yeah, since we don't have the information.
I gotta go have customers.
I'm going to give him this so that if it bolsters a federal case against him, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously, if we can take enforcement action, we will. I don't know that we're going to get there because we would have gotten there last time.
Not too long ago, where there's a statute about appointing authority for a government building. Can ask someone to leave and I can find it. Next week. Yeah, and that's the number?
That's the case number, yeah. LK for Lakewood, 23 for the year. 6901.
Case number for what?
Okay, I'll grab it for you. Can you serve? We can't kick this guy out. Can you just make it very apparent that he can't record any of the transactions?
Can't or won't do your job.
But yet that's what he's doing.
You can't kick him out.
Excuse my language.
No. You can say it here.
I mean, the hell they can't.
All right. If you think they can't kick him out, if you think they can kick him out, put a 1 in the chat.
Well, see, the reason they can kick him out is because whatever his official business was, they moved him to the front of the line and his business is finished. That means that now he has no official business in there. Recording does not count. So he's loitering and trespassing.
Yeah. I'm dead serious. It's like you're going to run it by your legal advisor and see what they say. And then if it happens next week he's emboldened to do more.
Well, exactly. And that's the same reason that my mother and my father whooped my ass growing up. You know, I did something wrong. I got called on it. I got shown why it was wrong. And I was given motivation not to do it again.
You don't teach them discipline. They just think they're just going to go on doing what they want to do when they want to do it. And, God help anybody who doesn't give in to their bullshit, and screw that noise. But like I said, I've seen jaywalking tickets turn into prison sentences. So don't tell me that they can't bounce his ass for loitering and trespassing, because that's what he's doing now.
Especially if he's harassing.
His official business is finished.
If he's yelling and antagonizing the other patrons, that's harassment. That's something you can enforce.
And the sergeant keeps saying something about, oh, well, he would have to he would be having to physically put hands on them. I'm like, okay, that's called assault or battery. Wait, well, Colorado doesn't have a battery statute.
It'd be an assault.
Yep.
So, it's like you said, man, you'd hate to see them with a hostage situation at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
With this sergeant and how he's training his people under him, I wouldn't trust them to deliver a damn pizza.
Action stuff.
Yeah,
within 12 feet.
I'll let him know.
And give him this. They're going to try to go through the attorney general and charge him.
Perfect.
So,
if they can go through that, that's a good route.
We'll write it up and forward it to our legal advisor.
Okay.
But, I think we did that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And they kind of said, don't do anything unless there's any other
He said he's
ticky-tacky
taken
crime.
care of, so I think as soon as we leave, he's going to take off.
Okay.
But
Is he egging us or them on for a lawsuit?
he's only going after them. He's not going after us at all. He's mostly security. He's just looking for a payday for one of them.
Yeah, or us. That's kind of my hypothesis. Given this, so at least he's knowingly, and I'll get a copy of this for our report too.
Okay.
So at least, hey, here's the information. Just, can't have you recording anything within 12 feet. I do feel for your customers. And if I were a customer sitting here with my daughter, I'd be pissed too. But unfortunately, I just know my limitations as a law enforcement officer, and I know what would land me in hot water.
This is a personal question, so to speak. You're a professional, my personal. As a personal citizen, would I be able to, and I see one of those guys out there, especially if he's harassing you guys, I can get in his camera's face, and as long as I don't touch him, I can be perfectly legal, right?
So I wouldn't make any actions that can be considered aggressive. That's where they go with trying to harass, is that your intent is to annoy them. And
that's true. Their intent is to annoy me.
Their intent they're not going to say that's their intent. They're going to say their intent is to audit or film the public for their own use, when really they're trying to get a payday or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
So I really hate that. Just
don't give them any money.
Yeah. All right.
But still. Mutual dealer.
I was like, did we lose our auditors?
No, he's out there harassing people.
No, not that auditor.
Yes.
Duck auditor.
I think I'm just gonna write this up anyway, just to protect you. If he's saying this guy's harassing that guy's harassing you. I think I'm gonna write it up anyway, just so it's documented. That's true. I'm gonna see if he wants to give a phone number. Oh, yeah. Sorry if I did that. Chris? So I'm just documenting the report, just saying what we did, just to cover a document.
Also, be ready to be infuriated even more with these pussy
Do you
cops.
want to press charges for the harassment? You're saying?
Yeah, I'd like to press charges for the harassment.
Do you mind if I grab your phone number? You said we already have your information. I can get it on my screen.
Yep.
So real quick. It's a good phone number for you.
Hold on, let me mute this because I got 600 people in here. I don't want them to be calling me.
You are honestly going to press harassment charges as the.
Is the address on your license, is that a good one for you?
Yes.
And do you know about what time you got here? I got to get your side of the statement. So can you just walk me through what happened?
I got here.
That's right. The cops are actually going to file harassment charges on the security guard for doing his job. but yet they can't trespass him for breaking their policies. I mean, he's going in there, he's breaking their rules, and he's getting his way. At this point, why can't you trespass him? Why couldn't you have done that in the first place?
Approximately 8:40.
Okay.
And I just came here to check in, and the security guard came up to me and said that I can't record at the counters. He mentioned his policy about recording 12 feet from the counter, which I'm very aware of. And I just tried to explain to him that that's a policy and not a law, and I'm not bound to that policy. And he followed me around the whole area here.
And played AC/DC on his phone.
Yeah, he was playing AC/DC on his phone, blaring
Good.
as loud as it goes.
Good for him.
So, but basically, he just continued to follow me around. He took me up to counter 1 here. After he followed me around over there, and he tried to point to the law that you guys have there. It's a CRS 24-72-204, which actually has nothing to do with recording. It's a coral law. It has to do with inspections of public records. So I told him that's not a law in regards to what I'm doing here. So he continued to basically just follow me around and babysit me everywhere that I went, even though I told him that to leave me alone.
Okay.
So that's it.
So
that was
you're pissed off he did his job.
So that is the harassment.
Okay.
Why would you press charges against?
Why would he call the cops on me? Why would he call the cops on
He's
me?
trying to do his job, and obviously, if that's
I
the
just want to
policy.
talk to you. Did you get what you came here accomplished?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got your driver's license, whatever you were doing with that.
Correct.
Figured out. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that got dealt with. Like I said, we're still being a while. They wanted to talk to the supervisor without me. They thought I was being too abrasive in how I was commenting to them. So
I heard you up there. I appreciate it.
So we're just gonna hang out here for you, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. So
I was over here at this.
I'm gonna have. Sorry, actually, I can come back and grab it in a second. I'm gonna grab your information here. He's pressure harassment charges for following around in public areas. So I'm just gonna write it up. So I'm just gonna come grab your name, your info, her name, info, her name, info.
Can I also get the case number for that?
Yeah, I'll make sure you do this. All right, maybe I'll give you this. It's your rights as a First Amendment auditor. They've been educated on what we can and can't do. I'll go ahead and get this written out for you. I'll be taking off there.
Is there going to be charges pressed on him or not?
So I'm going to write this up. It'll go on to a detective here. So I'm going to make sure that I put this in a report for you and everything and send it to you. Okay?
So I'm actually, my audience is giving me some advice. If he's willing to apologize to me on camera and let me know. And if I have a right to record here, I will pursue the charges.
Okay, I'll ask him. I'm not going to make him right or anything like that. I'll ask him if he wants to apologize. I'm going to guess it's going to be a no. But that's where. But I'll let him know. Okay.
Thanks.
You hear that?
Yeah. If you want to turn the camera off, I will.
It's got to be on camera. He would apologize to me, but not on camera. So
Okay.
We'll go ahead and pursue the charges.
Okay. And we'll go back here.
So you want to file charges on a guy doing his fucking job. Anyone else pissed off besides me? I mean, you're just emboldening them to do so much more and push that line of it's their right, it's their right.
I wish I could do more.
He ran out the door. I wish I could keep him out for you and I'll send him on his way.
You could come out, but you refused to.
Problem. Estimated time.
Yes, next week.
Okay. And you're going to call her then?
Her and Rob Baker.
Yep. Yeah, Rob's like,
Man, the Attorney General coming and charge his ass. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So.
On three.
That one. If I end up in a federal case, I'll be like, oh,
But this is the
gotta
stuff
take
that.
a trip.
But this
Gotta
is
take
the
a
stuff
trip.
that ends you in federal cases. Stuff like this. It's not your murders, your pounds and pounds of narcotics. It's little stuff like this is actually what I feel up in federal court.
Yeah. If he starts disturbance, something like that, call back in.
Especially if there's a work contract. Hallelujah.
Like I was
That would
telling
make
you
my
the other
day
one.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's not the answer I like, but it's unfortunately the answer I have to give. So. Good morning.
Can I get a case report? Or
Do you understand why they have
Do you have
this
that
line
card
here?
I gave you?
Yeah, I do have the card.
Can I just write it on that one for you?
Sir, do you understand why this line is right here?
Hold on 1 second, sir.
Okay, so it's
6901.
Oh my.
As well as I can write on something with no hard back. Right. Front information, back is your case number right there.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
So the reason behind their ruling is they don't want recording of people's personal information.
Right.
So that's why there's the line here, and that's why that rule and that is in place.
Gotcha.
So if you would stay behind the line, that'd be fixed.
I'm already done with my business, and I recorded at the front counter.
Okay.
So it's a policy. It's not a law. So.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Next time I come back here, I'm probably have to definitely do a follow-up now. So next time I have to get a new license, I'm going to come in with my camera and I'm going to record at the front counter again.
Okay. Obviously, that's not it's violating their policies.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm not bound to their policy because I don't work here.
Okay.
So I'm only bound to the law.
Okay. Have a good day.
Your officers did a lot better than you, Sergeant. Can I get your card?
No, I don't think any of them did any better. I think they all fucking pushed out
Wait,
doing their
please.
jobs. I wish they would have done their jobs.
Sergeant, can I get your card, please? Larson.
Yes.
Your lead officer over there did a great job, man.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you did a pretty good job too, like, educating them and not, telling me that I can't do something, but you're trying to get me to abide by the policy, man. I don't have to abide by that. You know that, right?
Okay.
I mean, you shouldn't even tell me that it'd be the best thing to just stay 12 feet away, right?
Okay.
I mean, you swore an oath to the Constitution when you took your job as a Lakewood police officer in the United States, right?
Okay. Have a good day,
So
Chris.
you wouldn't want to enforce a policy on me that would violate my First Amendment, right? Would you?
Okay.
That doesn't seem right.
No, it seems right to me that they're not
You
violating.
want to honor your
the
oath like your officers did over there,
Those
right?
cops really need a new education or
That'd be the best thing.
legal advice.
Make yourself look good. I like to highlight good officers, man.
And obviously, we're doing a report for this. You got the case number right?
I do.
Do we have your information correct?
3713, my apologies.
Chris Cordova?
That's me.
Okay. Have a good day.
Fine that you doxed me because everyone knows my last name, but that just proves how big of a tyrant and douchebag you are.
Okay. Have a good day.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
I give respect when it's deserved, and you deserve no respect. You're a coward, bud. The only reason you didn't arrest me is because you have no authority to. You couldn't wait to put me in handcuffs.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. Pick rocks. Pick rocks, buddy. Dumbass. That's how you get treated. That's the kind of respect you get.
And that was infuriating on so many levels. Those cops really need a better legal advisement team. I don't know where their lawyers got their degrees, but it clearly wasn't at law school. And of course, he can go out there and harass the cops and yell at them and insult everybody out there. But the minute the security guard tries his job, nope, I want charges filed. And they fucking kowtow to him. That's pretty much all I've planned for today's stream. Before you guys go, please check out Frauditor Wrangler. He is, putting out, great videos. He's covering a lot of stuff. He's a good friend to the community, and he is blowing up right now. So please Check him out. I'm going to drop a link to his channel. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell if you wish to become a member. We start off at $1.99. Appreciate Johnny Bravo for the super chat. Thank you guys. Be safe, be well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.